Hello everyone, welcome to PCB E-classes. In this practice session, we will be solving some more problems on the mesh analysis. A different type of mesh analysis problem we will be solving here. Let's start the class. Now, these two circuits which I will be solving for you, and let's see why I am saying it is different type. Now, what is a different type is that a current source is present. Right? In case of the super mesh class, we have seen the current source. This current source is coming into act, and this current source is present in the outer loop. So I am saying this is a different variety of problem, but this type of problem is very easy to solve. So let's see that one. Now, how many number of meshes is there? Number of mesh we can write down as number of mesh is 2. So how many number of two mesh equations we should get? 2. Let's see how many number of mesh equation we are getting it. Fine. So how many number of mesh are there? 2. So let us take this current is I1 and this current is I2. Clear? Two different currents I have taken. So as per the mesh, I will be taking this one as positive, negative, entering current, positive, negative. Fine. So this is my thing. As per the second mesh, what is that? This will be positive, this will be negative, this will be positive, negative. But can I say this one is positive and this one is negative? No. Can I assume the polarity? No. Why? Already in the super mesh I have said it. If a current source is present, we cannot apply the KVL unless we know the voltage across that current source. Fine. So we cannot apply here KVL. So if I am taking this one as I2, that this I2 indicates that it is 8 ampere because it is in the outer loop. So what is this I2? Basically this I2 will be equals to 8 ampere. You can see the direction. It's in the same direction we have taken. If it is opposite, then we have to take that is minus 8 ampere. Depending on the direction, no, I have taken in the clockwise direction, that is why it is same as the 8 ampere. So I am taking I2 equals to 8 ampere. Fine. So I2 we have got it. Now apply KVL in the mesh 1. So what is the mesh 1 equation? Mesh 1 equation, right? So it is minus 20 plus 2 I1 plus 2 into I1 minus I2 equals to 0. This is my KVL equation. So what can I write? 4I1 minus 2I2 equals to 20. What is I2? I2 we are known 8 ampere. So 4I1 equals to 20 plus 2 into 8, 16. Can I write? Yes. So what is this one? 36. So this implies I1 will be equals to 9 ampere. Fine. What is the mesh current we have got? I1, 9 ampere. What is the I2? We have already got from the question itself. That is 8 ampere. So both the mesh currents are known to us. So it is somewhat, in case of the mesh analysis, the starting part what we have dealt, in that both the currents we have to find out. But in this case, if a current source is present in the outer loop, for that loop the current will be from the question itself. What is the value of the current source? Here the current source value is 8 ampere. That is why I2 equals to 8 ampere. So it's very easy to solve it. Suppose I want the current flowing through the 2 ohm. What is the current? I1 from here I2. So can I write down this one as I1 minus I2? What is I1? 9. What is I2? Already we have 8. So what is the current flowing in the 2 ohm? 1 ampere. Fine. This type of problem is very easy to solve because in the outer loop the current source is present. If I am applying the mesh current, the mesh current will be equals to the outer loop current source current. Fine. Let's see this problem. So apply the three currents. This is, let us take, I am taking this one as I1, this one as I2 and this as I3. Fine. So if this I3 is entering, this side it is positive, positive, negative. I1 is entering here, this will be positive, negative, positive. I2 is entering this side, so this will be positive, negative. Fine. But can we apply the KVL here in the outer loop if a current source is present across that? Can we apply the KVL? No, we cannot apply KVL if a current source is present unless the voltage across it is known to us. So apply the mesh analysis only in the loop 1. So mesh 1, what will be equation? Minus 4 plus 2 into I1 minus I3 plus 1 into I1 minus I2, that is equals to 0. This is my KVL equation. But as per the mesh, what is this I3 current? Basically, this I3 is equals to 1 ampere. And as per the my direction, this I2, what I have taken, it is opposite to the 3 ampere. So I2 will be minus 3 ampere. From the question itself we are getting it. Now apply that one. Minus 4 plus 2 I1 minus I3. What is I3? 1 ampere. So I am putting 1 plus I1 minus I2. So I1 minus I2. Where is I2? I2 is minus 3 ampere. So it becomes plus 3 equals to 0. So what I am getting here? What is the value I am getting here? Minus 4 plus 2 I1 minus 2 plus I1 plus 3 equals to 0. So what I am getting here? 3 I1 0. So I1 equals to 3 by 3, that is 1 ampere. Here you can see that although we have 3 mesh, but it's very easy to find out the current. Because from the question itself we are getting I3 and I2, no doubt about it. Then after we are finding out only I1 by substituting these values in the mesh 1. Fine. Suppose I am finding out current in the 1 ohm resistor. Current in this 1 ohm resistor. So what is the current flowing here? I1 minus I2. What is I1? 1 ampere. What is I2? I2 is minus 3. So minus 3 equals to 4 ampere. Fine. In this way we will be solving the problem related to this type of problem. In this way we will be solving the problem by applying the mesh analysis. But this type of problem is bit easy than the previous one. You can make a note of it. Let's see this problem. Fine. In this problem you have to find out that V0. What is the value of the V0? Right? V0 means what? It is potential at point. At a point. Potential at a point means what I have said. Potential at a point means it is with respect to the ground. What is the ground here? Ground is here. 0 volt. So if I want to measure here V0, that means I have to measure the voltage drop across 4 ohm. That means V0 is basically voltage drop across 4 ohm. That is with respect to ground. Ground, what is the potential? 0 volt. So I need to find out the voltage drop across 4 ohm. That means what? I need to find out the current through the 4 ohm, multiply with the 4 ohm, then only I will be getting the V0. So ultimately what is the question? You have to find out this I4 ohm. Then only you can find out the V0 value. Fine. So let us apply the mesh analysis. How many number of mesh is there? Number of mesh. How many? 3. 3 mesh are there. So apply the respective current. So what are the current? Let us take this current. This is the first mesh. I1 I have taken. This is the second mesh. I2 I have taken. This is the third mesh. I have taken I3. Fine. But tell me, from the circuit diagram, can you find out this I3? Yes, because the current source is present in the outer loop. Can we apply KVL here? No. Without applying KVL also we can know the I3 value. So what is the I3 value here? Here I3 value equals to 5 ampere. Fine. So here we cannot apply the mesh analysis. Now with respect to the mesh current, let us give the polarity of the resistors. So current enters here positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. Similarly, I2 enters here positive, negative, negative, positive. Here it is positive, negative. Polarity I have given. Here this I3 enters in the 2 ohm positive, negative. Fine. The polarity I have given. Now apply the mesh analysis. Let us apply the mesh 1. Write down the mesh 1 equation. What is the mesh 1 equation? It will be minus 40. Already I have said it. Which current is dominant here? I1. So 1 plus 2 plus 4, it is 7. So you write down plus 7 I1. Next here, common current, where it is in 2 ohm the common current is there. What is that? I3. So you have to write down this one as minus 2 into I3. Next here it is common. Two currents are flowing, I1 and I2. So 4 ohm. So it is minus 4 I2 equals to 0. So can I write down this one as 7 I1 minus 4 I2 equals to 40 plus 2 I3. Why I have written in this way? Because I3 value is known to us. What is the I3 value? 5 ampere. If I will substitute it, what is my equation? 7 I1 minus 4 I2 equals to 50. This is my mesh 1 equation. Equation number 1. Make a note of it. Let us write down for the mesh 2. Mesh 2. What is the KVL equation? Entering minus 20. Next 4 and 8, which is dominant? I2. So we will write down 4 plus 8, 12. So it is plus 12 I2. Right? Next, here 4 ohm. Next you see here, in 4 ohm 2 currents are flowing, I1 and I2. So I will write down this one as minus 4 I1. Next, any other I3 is there? 0 into I3 equals to 0. So in proper form, what I will write down here? Minus 4 I1 plus 12 I2 equals to 20. This is my second equation. Equation number 2. Now, solving 1 and 2, I will get as I1 equals to 10 ampere. You can find it out. I2 equals to 5 ampere. So, what is the current flowing in the 4 ohm? I1 minus I2. You can see here I1 minus I2. What is I1? 10 minus 5 ampere. What is the current flowing in the 4 ohm? 5 ampere. So what will be the V0? V0 will be I4 ohm multiplied with 4 ohm. What is I4 ohm? 5 into 4. So it is 20 volt is your answer. Clear? In this way we will be solving the problems on the mesh analysis if a current source is present in the outer loop. In the next class we will be solving problems on the super mesh. So till then, thank you.